one of the biggest things that's going to happen that night, bro. The matches aside, Travis Scott performing, the surprise appearances by anyone. It is the start of John Cena's farewell tour.
It's the Lame Guys Podcast.
All right, dude. So, I listen to Chris Van Vliet.
Mm-hmm.
He's interviewing every single wrestler that's popping right now, it seems. He just got R-Truth on his episode, on his podcast. And Chris Van Vliet tells R-Truth that people have R-Truth as if they don't have him as the GOAT of comedic wrestlers, and he's in the Mount Rushmore of comedic wrestlers. So it got me thinking, who are my Mount Rushmore comedic wrestlers? Now, these people, it doesn't have to be people like R-Truth is always funny, right? But there have been a lot of great wrestlers that are always funny or have always been funny throughout their career.
Mm-hmm.
So who can you, I know I'm putting you on the spot here. Who are some wrestlers that are funny like R-Truth that you would put in a Mount Rushmore type scenario?
Recency bias, just one off the top of my head right now. I can think of Dom. Dom is fucking hilarious, bro. Whether it be interviews or in the ring.
Is he in your Mount Rushmore of it?
I'll have to think about that one. But as far as just, I wouldn't say Mount Rushmore yet, but he's hilarious. Like I said, whether it be promos, whether it be interviews, whether it be in the ring, like he's funny.
Yeah,
Truth, definitely. Eddie Guerrero will be one. Cena will be one. Damn, number 4. Who can number 4 be?
So right now you have Truth, Eddie, and Cena.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to really think of that next one. I guarantee there's one that's there, but it's just not coming to me right now.
So when I listened to the episode, I didn't think about my Mount Rushmore, but then I started thinking about wrestlers who have just naturally just always been funny. R-Truth, I think, you think about it, and I do think, I don't really know anybody who's funnier than R-Truth, and I think he's been doing this such a long time that, you could for real make a debate that he's the GOAT of, comedic wrestlers. Some other names that came to mind. Eddie Guerrero, obviously, was funny as fuck, right? His matches were always entertaining because he always would make them fun. Another wrestler, Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle was funny all the time, dude.
That's one I thought about right now, but as far as my Rushmore, I don't know if I can put him.
Okay, I don't know. I kind of feel like he would be on my Mount Rushmore, but whatever. We can keep going.
Yeah.
This person was not funny throughout his whole career, but he was very funny. Towards the late Attitude Era days. Stone Cold Steve Austin had his funny days where, especially with the whole alliance angle, and I think that promo with him and hitting Kurt Angle, or him hitting the Undertaker, remember? And Undertaker looks at him. Yeah. That shit was funny.
And
really then another person, dude, another person who has consistently been funny his whole WWE, career, The Rock. The Rock has always been fucking funny. Always been funny, dude.
How could I forget this one? Yes.
The Rock has always been funny. And then John Cena, yes, of course, he's been funny, but I think The Rock is funnier than John Cena. I think Kurt Angle has always been funnier than John Cena. R-Truth, obviously, funnier than John Cena. Eddie Guerrero has been funnier than John Cena. He does have his funny moments, but I've never really thought about John Cena as a funny wrestler.
So I think when it comes, I guess I'm thinking of Cena as far as Dr. Thugonomics.
Just him Cena, like roasting people and shit was funny.
Roasting people, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I thought about it, and when he said that, I thought, wow, I guess I've never really given much thought into this. But I think out of everybody, I don't know, R-Truth makes a strong case, to be the number one.
Mm-hmm. He definitely does have the case to be the strongest.
Triple H has been funny, dude. Triple H has been pretty funny,
dude. DX alone,
yeah.
You could just put them as a faction on that Mount Rushmore. Honestly, there's gonna be a lot of people that are mad at us for not even saying them right now. DX could definitely take that spot too.
Yeah, DX was always funny. Yeah. Hurricane Helms was always funny.
Fucking Hurricane, bro. Yeah,
Hurricane was funny. I'm trying to think of just other wrestlers that were always.
Bro, the Rock and Hurricane segments backstage
Yeah,
were legend. Who in
they
the
were.
blue hell are you?
Yeah, they were. Kane had a stretch, dude, where he was fucking funny.
With Team Hell No?
Team Hell No, but also back in the day, like I always think of that promo with The Rock too, where they're backstage and The Rock says, "Are you ready?" And then Kane busts out with the uh
Canaanites.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
Kane
telling
has
you,
some funny moments.
whenever I just want to bring this up. Every single time I think about how fucking strong Kane is, I think of
Yeah.
that particular promo because whenever he goes in the millions, but when he goes like this,
Bro, he was fucking jacked.
bro, his arms covered
He
The
was
Rock and
jacked.
Hogan,
Yeah.
bro. He
JBL?
was yes, I thought of JBL too as well. I
JBL has
did.
always been funny, dude.
But then I was thinking, okay, was it well, I guess I'm a hypocrite because I was thinking, I guess it's only his JBL run, but not the Bradshaw run. When it comes to like truth, he's always been funny. But I
But he was
guess I'm
funny
a
in the
hypocrite.
too. The APA was funny.
You're right. You're fucking right. Yeah. I mean, he's had a longer stint of being a funny superstar longer than Cena. So
Booker T.
fuck, bro.
Booker
We're
T has always been funny,
fuck,
bro.
bro.
Booker T has always been funny, dude. He always be hitting the tell me he did not just say that. He used to always hit that hoe.
Bro, I even all the way up to when he returned as King Booker with King Woods and everything like that in the New Day. And I forgot what they said to him. He goes, "You didn't just say that."
I love the one. I love the one where John Cena, he's King Booker, and they're
Yeah.
about to have a match. I think, I think it was like Night of Champions or something. In the Champions, or I don't remember where exactly it was, but then John Cena asked for a night with Booker T with Queen Charmel, and then
Oh,
he kicks her out, and then Booker T tells her like, "Okay." He tells John Cena like he could have a night. That shit was funny. Booker T was always funny, bro.
damn,
Gold Dust was funny.
bro. Goldust is fucking hilarious,
Goldust was always hilarious.
bro. He's hilarious,
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of who for real has always made me laugh.
bro. But not just Goldust, bro. Goldust and Booker T together too.
Yeah, they were fucking funny, dude. Yeah,
Hilarious,
they were fucking funny. Yeah.
bro.
No, yeah, I think you'd have to really give some thought into it as to who would be
Yeah,
a Mount Rushmore of funny wrestlers, but I never really thought about it till today. I listened to the podcast. Um, but out of all those, I think our truth has been the most consistently funny. But
yeah,
the other wrestlers a lot of times are more serious, like Kurt Angle, right? Like he has a serious moments because he's where our truth, these past what'd you say, 10 or so years, that's been his character, is to be funny like that.
yeah, yeah. I mean, well, even with the time when me and you stopped watching wrestling for a little bit, he was still in there being
Hmm.
funny as hell, especially
Yeah.
with his stuff when you had corporate Kane and he came out any single time a match didn't involve him, and he always go, "That's on me, my bad."
Yeah.
Bro, like
He
all
came
that
out. They
shit.
talked about it during the interview, and they talked about when he came out during the Women's Royal Rumble,
Bro,
and he was looking all confused and shit.
bro, I
And
love
then,
when he passed by. I can't remember who was on the ground. He goes, "Oh,
yeah, he looked all confused. And then they talk about this most recent one where he did the hot
oh
tag,
shit."
and then
Oh,
Dom hot
bro,
tagged him.
that was
Uh, that shit
hilarious,
was
bro.
crazy. That shit was funny. And then he said his most proudest moment was when he got
Brock,
Brock, yeah, when he got Brock to break. That was his most proud because he said Paul Heyman. He said they had a bet going backstage as to if he could get him to break, and they said Brock had no idea that he was gonna come out and say that shit.
bro, he straight
But
up said, "I don't care how big you are, you will go over that top rope." Paul Heyman.
yeah, dude, I just think consistently though I don't know, bro. Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was thinking, damn, he for real might be the GOAT of comedic wrestlers.
Yeah, he's hilarious, bro.
Yeah, that's
He's
crazy.
hilarious.
Episode 63, man, of Lame Guys Wrestling Podcast. Happy New Year, man. First episode of the wrestling podcast this 2025.
Yeah, bro. Happy New Year. Real quick, I'm Vincent.
I'm Mario. Hopefully, I will say my goal this year for this wrestling podcast, we need some more wrestling guests, bro.
Yeah,
We had
yeah.
Bobby, and that's huge. We had Bobby, that was huge, right? But we
The
need more. We
Almighty.
need more. Yeah, we need more.
Yeah, Bobby. We had 2 interviews with him, what you call it, and they did pretty well.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
well,
we can
the
get that
first one
first
got
one.
taken down. Well, yeah, we never got to put it back up.
Yeah, hopefully we can get that one back up soon. Who knows? But yes, I would love to get a second one. We're going to do a collab here soon. Coming up for the Royal Rumble, we're gonna have a little
Yeah.
collab with a major content creator in the wrestling game. We'll say that.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a
And
fun
hey,
one.
that's another big interview on our belt.
That's a big interview for under our belt. Whatever. I'm honestly happy. I'm not only doing the collab, we're going to the Royal Rumble with with this
Mhm.
person.
Yeah.
Why am I acting like we haven't already done something with him on our shit before?
Yeah, well, you weren't saying his name, so I was like, okay.
Okay, my bad.
I
My
mean,
bad.
it's Malik, it's Narcolepsy Boy.
Narcolepsy
So
boy. Yeah, my
yeah,
bad.
so we'll interview him. Yeah, so we'll interview him. We still have to decide how we want to do that though, because we'll be at the Rumble together. But like that should be its own episode in itself, right? And then we should have an episode where we break down the Royal Rumble. So we have to decide, but we could just release it the same week, probably.
Uh, yeah. I mean,
You know what I mean? Like we did that with the
we're
Bobby. We did that with the Bobby interview. We put our regular episodes out, and then we released the Bobby episode like on a Tuesday or Wednesday.
okay. Well, I figured that was like. Oh well, yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying.
Like because we still have to break down the Royal Rumble, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And
We'll have to
we
figure
won't
that
be
one
able
out.
to do it with him. I don't think so.
No, because after the Saturday night, we're gonna go our ways.
Yeah. So, well, yeah, we'll have to figure that all out. But yes, 2025. Hopefully, it's a big year. I know it's going to be a big year for wrestling. Hopefully, big year for this podcast. Hopefully, we can get going. Hopefully, we can get on the road sometimes. Maybe interview some people. We're gonna try to make some things happen. So, hopefully, it's a great year for us.
Yeah, and what you just said, bro. Starting off with WWE, this coming Monday. By the time this episode drops, Monday Night Raw will be on Netflix January 6th. Well,
Hmm.
January 6th going to go down history for something else now instead of what it previously went down for history for.
Yeah.
We're here, bro. I'm so excited to see this. This
Yep.
Monday Night Raw is looking like a gosh damn PLE.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
so excited.
Yeah. You want while we're talking about it, you want to give some predictions?
Yeah.
We
Let's
got
go
three
for it,
big
bro.
matches. We got Rhea and Liv. Which okay, did you see? It's not a last man standing match anymore.
I thought it still was.
I think on SmackDown or something they said the match, but it didn't have the last man standing on the card. And then on my Twitter, everyone was saying that we got finesse and it's not a last man standing match anymore.
I thought it was still last woman standing. Oh,
Last,
well.
you know what I mean? But
No.
I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
if it is but apparently it's not anymore. I can't confirm or deny, but I'm just saying that's what I saw.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, but doesn't that suck? Oh, because remember I sent you, and I sent you the tweet, and and then people were saying that this means that the rivalry is now over now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking on
Yeah.
WWE's Twitter page, and I don't see anything about it.
Mm,
Yeah, I don't see anything about it.
gosh, well, that sucks.
Yeah, isn't that doesn't that to me that does mean that it's not the last match.
That
Trying to go
freaking
through their Twitter
sucks,
page to see
bro.
if they say of the match card.
Yeah, I'm going on. I'm just typing it up on Twitter. Da, 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 da. See, the last tweet I saw something of it was the 27th of December.
Oh, and we got Jay and Drew. I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that was just announced too on
Mhm.
Raw. Yeah, it just says it's not a last woman standing match anymore.
Yeah, that fucking sucks. Okay, so we got 4 matches. Liv and Rhea. We got Jay and Drew. We got Roman and Solo, and we got CM Punk and Seth Rollins. That is a PLE in itself, right? Some of these PLEs have been 4 matches. This is a PLE, pretty much. So, you want to give some predictions?
Punk and Rollins. Is that all we have?
Well, I'm sure there's other matches on the card, but those are the 4 big matches that are being advertised.
Okay. Liv and Rhea, bro.
Yeah, you want to do a 3-2-1 on it?
Yeah.
Liv versus Rhea, 3-2-1, Liv.
Liv. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Liv's still going to retain because I see a bigger future for them because this rivalry is not ending, bro. As much as everyone's tired of it, it is tiresome to always to like, bro. Let's get some more opponents under their belts. Let's see where more storylines can go. Like, I get it. It's kind of tiring to see that this is what's holding up this championship, and this is the only thing that's in its way. But they put on a good story after a while. So people, I mean, guessing for WWE themselves at like they're looking at as a business aspect, they're still in the market for it. They're still happy with it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It be not being a last man standing match now, last woman standing match now, just tells me that this is not done, and we are getting them at the Royal Rumble or at WrestleMania. Um, and that also tells me that Liv is taking the title probably into Mania.
Yeah.
Like that's what that tells me. But I mean, we'll get into it later. But we saw, we saw the title change happen on SmackDown last night. It was a big 3 hour episode on USA. So
Yep.
maybe they want to do something crazy, bro, on Raw. Maybe Rhea pulls it off and gets the title. Personally, I would like to see Liv carry it into Mania. Whether she retains or loses it there is another discussion, but I would like to see her keep it till WrestleMania. I feel like she's earned it. I feel like she's had a great run this year. I feel like she deserves to keep it going into WrestleMania. But I understand Rhea is arguably bigger than Liv. WWE loves Rhea. So it wouldn't surprise me if first episode on Netflix, they want a big title change like that.
Yeah. Something crazy to happen. I mean,
Yeah.
they got to use all
Next
that
match.
pyro.
Next match, Drew and Jay. You want to do 3-2-1 on it?
Yeah.
3-2-1, Drew
Drew.
McIntyre.
Yeah.
Yep. I think he's
Um,
going to be taking out the bloodline.
yeah, he's going down that list, and I mean, unfortunately, it's going to be at the demise of main event Jey Uso. It's not going to diminish his stock whatsoever. It's okay. Drew he's a little pissed off right now. Let him do his thing. Give him a cookie afterwards. He'll go away.
Yeah, I think. And then we saw that he's moving to SmackDown. Supposedly, that's the rumor. So I think he pulls it off on Netflix, goes to SmackDown, and then continues his feud with the Bloodline. I do see Drew McIntyre winning. He's just too hot right now. Another match, dude. Big matches right here. These two to me are the biggest
Bro,
matches on the card.
these are insane.
We got CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. This one is a fucking toss up. I truly don't know.
Neither do I.
I truly don't know, but I have an idea. And so you want to do 3-2-1 on it?
Is there any stipulation to this match?
No, I
Any
think it's
like
just
a
regular match.
specialty?
I think it's just a regular match.
Okay. Yeah.
3-2-1 CM Punk.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Punk's going to win because Rollins is going to do a DQ, bro. He can't hold. This time he's not going to be able to hold his emotion or something like that, and he's going to get pissed off. That little brother comment or whatever, and he told him, "Nah, you can't call me little brother anymore." That type of
Yeah.
shit. It's going to piss him off. It's going to piss him off, and I don't know. He's going to be the one not being hold his emotions. He's going to cause a DQ, and Punk's going to win.
I think this is let me just say this. I don't think this is the end of their thing. I don't think it's just a one-off type deal. So I do think CM Punk wins. I don't know how he wins, but I do think he wins. And that will lead to Seth Rollins turning more and more into heel. He's already showing heel tendencies. He's already showing like he's teasing turning heel again. I think CM Punk winning will set him off 100%, and then we fully have heel Seth Rollins. And so I think CM Punk gets the first win. I think they fight later on. Seth Rollins, I'm sure, will get a dub here and there, but I think CM Punk pulls this one off. I don't know how. I truly don't. If one of these is going to end in DQ, that means the other ones I feel like can't, because you don't want all your matches to end in DQ.
Yeah.
And the one that I can see ending in DQ more, but well, actually no. I was gonna say Roman and Solo, but it's Bloodline rules, so it's tribal combat. There's no rules, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I see CM Punk pulling it off, but we'll see. Next one up, dude. This is the one that I wanted to say for last because I have hopes that someone is gonna show up during this match. The Rock is rumored to appear on this Raw. We need it, bro. We need it. We need him to show up during Roman and Solo to really tell us what the fuck is going to happen at WrestleMania. And I'm still holding out hope that it's Roman versus Rock. So I think the Rock is going to show up during this match.
Are we going to do a 3-2-1 on it?
Yeah, we can. Ready?
Yeah, sure.
3-2-1 Solo.
Solo. God damn, bro. We perfect score. Perfect score.
Yeah.
Solo's going to win. And before Heyman's going to put the Ulafala on him, Rock's going to come out and he's going to put it on the Rock. There's too much innuendos that or not innuendos, but there's too much open-ended shit that he said in his amazing promo. Paul, once again, one of the greatest on the mic. One of the greatest on the mic. Just an amazing promo. Just him by himself. Just discussing this match. Just being the hype man. Being the Don King for this match. I love it.
Mhm.
And he just kept saying, we will know who the real head of the table is, who the tribal chief is. That Ulafala will go on on the head of it. Like all this, I kept thinking, bro, my God, what if The Rock comes out and you put that shit on him, bro? Like The Rock's been the one pulling the strings the whole time. Like I have no idea how this is going to go. But why would he betray Roman? Who freaking knows? Those little cracks that everyone talked about when it came to Punk, in Paul's little chemistry they had and Roman giving them those looks and everything like that. Like, why is that? I have no idea. We've said in the past, does Heyman need to, be like a mouthpiece for Rock? Like, no, he doesn't. But just to have that, if he's the one that's in charge of the Ulafala, he's going to put it on who he needs to be put on to, like, whatever. But I don't want to see the OTC lose, but that's just our way to Mania.
So I do think Solo's winning. I think The Rock comes out and just somehow distracts Roman, and then that's how Solo wins. I don't know if I think Paul Heyman is going to side with The Rock, but I mean that would be epic. I don't know if that's the route that they take. I personally think Paul is going to stay with Roman during this, but I do think this sets up Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania, and I hope that is the case. I think Rock's reason for doing this to Roman is he lost to Cody. Like all the shit that The Rock talked and Roman lost to him, The Rock is going to be pissed about that. He's going to say he's the tribal chief. Now, how does Solo play into this all? I have no idea because we keep seeing these rumors for what's going to happen at WrestleMania, but not once that I can think of have I seen one of Solo. I haven't seen any of Solo. We see Roman versus The Rock. We see Roman versus CM Punk. We see Cody versus we see all these rumored matchups that are going to happen at WrestleMania, but we don't see any about Solo. So I don't know this route that they're going to take with Solo. I don't know. And part of me feels like maybe that's because they don't know what The Rock is doing. I originally thought that The Rock was going to be the one that was playing, that was pulling the strings on all of this. That was, that Solo, at the end of the day, Solo reports to somebody and it's The Rock. But I truly don't know. I truly don't know. And I feel like they don't know because The Rock, they don't know about The Rock. They don't know if he's going to be available for Mania or not. So I think this Monday it'll give us our answer.
I'm trying to see the tweet. Was it the Golden Globes is going to be
something like that? Is 30 minutes from the arena or something? It's Monday.
Is that okay? So it's for Monday. It's not the Royal Rumble, right?
Yeah, it's for Monday.
Okay, I was going to say,
surely he's rumored to be there.
You sent me that tweet, right?
I think so, but I don't remember when it was.
Yeah, okay. So for Monday Night Raw, okay. In my head, I was thinking maybe it's 20 minutes away from the Rumble or something like that, and we can guarantee to see him at the Royal Rumble as well. But
I don't know how it happens, but I do think The Rock shows up and costs Roman Reigns the title or the Ulafala.
I was still thinking about it, that there isn't a scenario where I see Solo being the opponent for either one of them at Mania. Obviously, he's not going to be The Rock's opponent, but I don't see him being Roman's opponent either. Could it happen? Yes, it could happen. Do we want it to happen? No, we know exactly what we want. If Heyman doesn't side with The Rock and he sticks with Roman, do we still want that chase? Yes, obviously we do. But do we still want that to be like the main prize instead of the title? There's no more titles involved in this shit. It's the Ulafala. They've made that Ulafala a title-worthy type item now at this point, to where now instead of, the face going against the heel chasing the title, now it's the face chasing the damn Ulafala. So another heel comes in, Rock steps in, has the Ulafala, takes it all the way to Mania, just for Roman to win, and then that big moment of him finally getting the Ulafala, putting it on him. boom, finish the story. He's happy. Like, is that what we're gonna like?
Well,
Can we see something like that
Roman
happening?
told Cody that though, didn't he? I mean, he said once he's done with this, once he's handled his family business, he's coming back for that title. So, yeah, I mean, I mean, if Roman ends up defeating The Rock, then one would assume that that means he's tribal chief again, and then
Yeah,
we're back to Roman going after the title again.
yeah.
But I truly don't know because Solo's the wild card in this, and it's like you've built Solo up. It's like he's in the middle of all of this. Like, so how does this work? I truly have no idea, but I'm hoping that Monday gives us a vision as to what is going to happen. If The Rock comes out and costs Roman Reigns the Ulafala, then that tells me that we are getting Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania. If he doesn't come out at all during that match, then that tells me that Rock is either not going to be at WrestleMania or he's going to still come after like Cody or something else, some completely different. Um, but if he doesn't show up during this tribal combat, which this is his family, right? Like he should be there. Then that tells me he's not going to be at WrestleMania at all.
First off, don't throw that type of shit out there in the universe. That's we're not doing that. But even with me laying that out, now I'm starting to think because you like where does Solo and where does that leave the bloodline? We're building them up. Okay. Let's say that scenario plays out. Would that be the end of this bloodline storyline? Like
So
we are
that's another thing.
capping at 5
Mhm.
years. Like it's done. Like
That's
that
another
type
thing.
shit. Because if you eliminate, like if once Solo gets that Ulafala off him and it goes, let's say The Rock takes it, whatever, and they do that chase to where that Ulafala is as important as the title. Roman chases the Ulafala to Mania, finally gets it. He defeated Solo. He defeated The Rock. He's finally got it. Does he still need the Usos and Sammy or anything like that? Do we still continue with the OG bloodline type shit like this? Like, do we need it? Do we still care that? I mean, we're going to care about the Tongas and we're going to care about Fatu and we're going to care about Solo, but like that story, like it's not going to matter anymore at that point. So do we end it? This 5 year
That's
story?
that's the dilemma. That's the thing is I don't know. And but think of another thing. Let's
What a
say
blow.
Rock versus
Oof.
Roman. Let's say Rock versus Roman doesn't happen at 41 and they want it to happen at 42. Can we go another year of Solo and Roman fighting like for this, in the meantime? Like I don't know. I truly just don't. I don't know. And I think The Rock holds all the cards here. Um, and yeah, it's weird. If you ask me straight up, if Roman beats Solo and then beats The Rock at WrestleMania, that tells me the Bloodline story's over. Because now I can't take Solo and his Bloodline 2.0 serious anymore because their whole thing is they're the Bloodline. He's the tribal chief. So that tells me that that's over. I don't know if WWE wants it to be over. I have no idea.
I figured it out. It's not over. Why? Because even though Roman may get that Ulafala back, he's going to be the tribal chief. We forgot about a main factor in this whole thing, bro. Jacob Fatu. They haven't unleashed
He
this
takes
man yet.
over.
He
Yeah.
goes, he just basically pulls a Solo and he goes, nah, he couldn't get that shit done. My turn. And then he goes after Roman and we deal with that. And then we don't know,
Yeah.
bro. They bring in Zilla later. They bring in more brothers who fucking more cousins we don't know about. And we can continue this story. And then Roman has
Mhm.
another person to go through. And it's not just anyone, it's the fucking Samoan werewolf, bro.
Yeah. I don't know, man. There's a lot of ways to play this. I mean, we're getting off topic here. Either way, Monday Night Raw. It's gonna be epic. I hope The Rock shows up and gives us what we want. I'm so excited to see. This is gonna be fucking. This is gonna be crazy.
And one of the biggest things that's going to happen that night, bro, the matches aside, Travis Scott performing, the surprise appearances by anyone. It is the start of John Cena's farewell tour.
Yes. Yep.
It is the start to John Cena's farewell tour, bro. Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy to
I'm.
say?
It's insane that we are finally here. John Cena's last year of wrestling. He's our wrestling goat. It's insane that we are here now. We are going to be able to talk about it after Monday Night Raw. I'm curious how soon they're going to build him up. Me personally, I think he's just going to be in the Rumble match, but I could be wrong. I want to see him go for his 17th world
Yes.
title. I hope we get that. So I truly don't know, man. I mean, and even him, like we're seeing reports of him and Cody at WrestleMania. So
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I'd rather take that than The Rock and Cody.
Oh,
So
yeah. But
yeah,
yes.
so like, so I'm okay with that too. Face of the company for years and versus the new face of the new quarterback. Um, I would be okay with that as well. I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with John Cena. I'm curious to see how much he even wrestles this year, right? Like
I think
this
he's
is
going
all
to.
this is his year, right? But like, I don't want to even say what I'm thinking in my head, but it's like we need to keep him safe. Like we need to keep him not injured this year. And what's the best way to do that? Not have him wrestle too much. But I think he wants to wrestle more. So
I
it's
think he's
like,
going to.
yeah. So it's like, I'm just curious to see how this is all going to go. The great thing about this is that this all starts Monday night, and we're gonna finally be on the road to WrestleMania, and it's just insane, bro. I hope it lives up to the hype, and I hope the stream is good on Netflix. It's gonna be fucking just crazy that I'm gonna open Netflix up on Monday night and watch Raw. Like it's just insane to think about. It's insane.
Yeah. I'm happy that we're going to get Cena back. It's going to be crazy. Like it's really going to be crazy. Like we've had Cena in our um in our 20s right now. We've had Cena show up, do a match or two. We saw him with Roman, we saw him come out, do a couple promos, whatever. We've seen this type of shit. We haven't seen it have a run. We haven't seen it have a run
He had that
in
little
years,
run.
bro.
He had that little run where he was there for like a few months.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Yes. But
Um,
yes, not like a long run, especially
and,
even with the title.
and we're about to get that all the way to the
Mhm.
point where, bro, we are going to see him at Royal Rumble. We're going to hear his
Yeah.
theme song at the Royal Rumble. Isn't that crazy? Like,
I
it's
know.
just
I'm so excited.
insane.
I
I
know.
wonder if
I'm
I
so
wonder if he's
excited.
going to be at SmackDown.
I would think so. I think that SmackDown too. I think it's gonna be loaded with people, bro, because it's the SmackDown for Rumble. Yeah, I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited. Speaking of SmackDown, let's pivot here. We had a big title change last night on SmackDown. The person that we have been very high on this year, or just in 2024, we said she's gonna have a huge year in 2025. Right off the jump, starts it huge. Tiffany Stratton is now our WWE Women's
Let's
Champion.
go, boy. Let's go.
Epic, bro. Epic. We were even texting beforehand saying like, I doubt she cashes in. Everyone on my Twitter was saying that they thought she was going to cash in.
Yeah,
They thought she
same.
was going to cash in on Naomi. They thought like Naomi was going to win, then she'd come and cash in on Naomi. And I personally didn't want that because I'm thinking, bro, that's a whole ass move to do to Naomi to get her to win the title and then have Tiffany come cash in. It's another Drew McIntyre situation. But I thought it's happening at Rumble. I thought, what better place to do it? What better place to do it? I was a little biased towards that too because we're going to be there. But she cashed in on SmackDown last night, and I thought it was a perfect cash in.
Um, I am mad at myself. So we text about it, and you said, I hope it don't happen or whatever, yada yada yada. And I watched the match. First off, shout out to Naomi and Nia. They put on a good match.
Yeah.
Towards the end, though, I started getting annoyed because it was every freaking move. Every move, go for the pin. Every move, go for the pin. Every move, go for the pin. It's like, I get it. I get what you're doing. It's like, God, what can I do now to stop this person? Like, I get it. I get the move. But after a while, I was like, I'm over this shit. Tiffy shows up, and I thought, holy shit, it's happening. She brings her own ref. She goes, yeah, I want to cash out. Pushes the ref over. The whole shebang happens, and then Michael Cole saying it was all a ruse. It was all a distraction. Yada yada. As soon as Nia won, I go, dang. All right, I'm gonna turn it off. Turned it off because I knew I had to go downstairs, go deal with the dogs and everything like that. I freaking should have stayed on it because seconds later, she cashed in and won, and I missed it live. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm so mad at myself for it.
No, I completely understand how you're feeling, dude. I missed the match. I truly did not think it was going to happen last night. So by that time, I was already doing something else. And then when you texted me about it, I thought, no, like it's going to happen another time. You know, I didn't watch it live either. I regret my decision. But I did go straight to Twitter and watch it, and it was epic. The crowd was epic. The pop that she got was epic. Tiffany Stratton, bro, she's only 25. She is next up. She is a star, like Rhea Ripley. Like she is a star, and it's just crazy, man. We're here at 2025. It starts with a bang. She gets it done, and it was. I love it because Tiffany Stratton is the type of wrestler where, I don't know if she could be like a full face because she's always just like attitudey. She's always
Yeah, that
like it's
prissy.
my time, right? Like, yeah, like I don't care about you. It's Tiffy time. And so what I loved about her cash in is yes, she turned on Naya. She, she still turned on Naya, so that's her face turn. But then she still threw Bianca out the ring. She's like, "Get the fuck out of here!" Like, like that's what I loved. Is like that
Bro,
was
she
holding
yeeted
true to
her ass,
Tiffy time.
bro.
Yes, that was holding true to Tiffy time. Like, bro, this is about me. Like, get your fucking ass out the ring. Like that's what I loved. I thought it was a perfect cash in. And now one could assume, are we getting, maybe we see Tiffany versus Nia at the SmackDown before Royal Rumble, or we see them at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I could see Royal Rumble happening.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be crazy, bro. Oh, we're gonna watch this 3 hour SmackDown also live.
Damn, yeah, you're right. I just
Yeah, because it's 3 hours now.
yeah, yep. You're right. You
Yeah,
are
that's
freaking
crazy.
right. I saw this
No, it was perfect.
before we move on from Tiffany. I saw this post, and do you remember at the Rumble, bro, where at the end, you had Liv, Jade, Tiffany, and Bianca all
Yes,
outside the ring,
they all have
and now
championship.
look at them, bro.
Hmm.
Liv has the title. Tiffany has the title. Bianca and Jade had the titles. Bianca still
Yeah,
has the title. Jade, she's injured, but you know,
she did have the title. Yes.
she did have the
Yeah.
title. But it's crazy
Yeah.
because what's funny is all four of those women were out in the outside the ring, and they
Yeah.
had that amazing shot of them, and everyone on Twitter was like, "Wow, you had
These are next up. Yeah.
these right here could have been like you could have argued that they could have won it too. Now look at them. Now they're
Well,
all
no, and
holding
everyone was saying like these are the next generation. Like
yeah,
this
and
is
this
the
is the next
next
yeah,
women that
and
take
now
us
look
in.
at that, bro.
And now look at them. Like, yeah, great for them, dude. WWE. One thing people can never take away from WWE is they are phenomenal at building homegrown talent, bro. We know so many people that have gone through their developmental system and have completely flourished into superstars. Tiffany Stratton is that person,
Yeah.
and I'm so excited to see what she has in store for her this year. So, you want to throw some names out there, just of some people that you'd like to see face her in this title run?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be too many, just some random ones.
Yeah.
First one that comes to my name, so first one that comes to my mind, Charlotte Flair.
I completely agree. I think Charlotte
Yeah,
would be an amazing one. Can you imagine
Charlotte
if
as
she
the
goes
heel.
Charlotte as the heel? But what's funny is I can already see the promo of Tiffany going, "I'm the princess," and she goes, "Well, I'm the fucking queen."
Yeah,
Like that right there will be the princess versus the queen. Like I love that type of shit. I love it.
mhm,
Like who's next up from the queen? The prince. Like I love that type of shit. I
yeah.
would love to see that one. I wanted this one, and I felt like we had a tease of it, unless I was just reaching. But I really wanted it, bro. But Rhea versus Tiffy, I think would be so good, bro.
Especially with the whole black versus pink type
Yes, bro,
deal.
and I
Yeah,
love it, and I even
yes,
think they'd be a good tag team too, because it's just that annoying, you just can't it's almost like that, Nikki Cross and Rhea, like,
yeah,
Nikki was just so up and happy, and Rhea's just like,
mhm,
"Bruh, like, whatever," but then
yeah.
they end up,
Or like Randy Orton and Matt Riddle.
yes, yeah, team hell no, like, bro,
Yeah,
it could
yes,
work, so I
yes.
I think that would be a good matchup as well. I would love to see them 2, work something, in the future, um damn,
We
Tiffany
know we're
versus
gonna get. We know we're gonna see Nia Jax. That's
we
gonna
know
be
we're gonna
that's
get
gonna be
that
great
one.
too. Nia
Uh,
Jax and Tiffany is gonna be fire. Nia Jax. Hey, and let's give Nia her flowers as well. Great title run. She did a phenomenal job as
fighting
champion.
champion, bro.
Yeah, she did a phenomenal job as women's champion, and she proved everybody wrong, including us. Like me especially. Like I was very negative on Nia Jax coming back, and she completely proved me wrong. We've said it time and time again. She was even our superstar of the year bracket, but props to her. She deserves credit. Like she's superstar level.
Yeah, I agree. She did phenomenal. Like all I kept on thinking, like when she lost, I thought, "Damn, you defended this title quite a bit.
Yeah.
You defended like you fought your ass off for this
Well,
title,
she
and
was
she
great
did
as a
good."
champion too. She was great as a heel champion. So,
Yeah.
another name that comes to my mind is Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
The athleticism in that match would be fire. Like them two together, I think would be fire. Another one that comes to mind now. This person's got to get her game up, but hopefully by the time if that does happen, if Tiffany's run is longer, and I'm sure in the future it'll happen too. Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill and Tiffany would be the athleticism, dude. Like this is
It'd
just
be
something that we didn't
insane,
grow up
bro.
with. We didn't grow up with this. These women having that the athleticism that they have today. So like I think of a matchup like Tiffany versus Bianca, Tiffany versus Jade. Like the athleticism is just crazy.
Yeah.
So I'd love to see that. Becky Lynch maybe get a shot. She, one could argue Becky Lynch really put her on the map because she had that match where she went down to NXT and fought Tiffany.
Yep.
So Becky Lynch maybe when she comes back. There's a lot of names, man.
Yeah, a lot of names.
Liv would be great
Yeah, I would love to see that
if
one
we ever
too.
get to that point. Yeah, Liv versus Tiffany would be
I don't know what
phenomenal.
I do.
Who you would pick?
I don't know what I do.
Yeah, but props to her, man. I'm happy Tiffany finally pulled the trigger and she got it, and so now it's just a matter of how long she keeps it for.
Agree.
What else we got?
Well, I had this. So Twitter's been blowing up, bro, with a whole bunch of shit on Mania. What the main
Yes.
events are going to be, what's the card going to look like, who's going to face
Every
who,
week I
whatever.
feel like I see something different.
Yes, I see a new one, and every single one I'm like, God, bro, that'll be good, or I don't know, we'll see about that one. As I'm thinking about them, I still end up typing more out because it's just like there's so many different options, and I have a list of them, and I just want to run them by you. You can give me a yes, no, maybe, and if you want to add some comments to it, that's fine too. We could discuss it, but here's a list, and like I said, just give me your feedback. Rock and Roman.
Yes.
Rock versus Jacob. Or no, Roman versus Jacob. Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu.
So on paper, I would love to see that match, and I think one day we will get it. But if you told me I was getting Roman versus Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania, maybe this is me looking too deep into it, but I think Solo should be in that spot over Jacob Fatu. So that's why I would say no. Now, but like I said, on paper, that match would be fucking fire. Like I would love to see that. You will hear no complaints from me for saying that. But if it's gonna be at WrestleMania, then first thing that comes to my mind is then where's Solo? You know what I'm saying? But like maybe Jacob took him out and and then we don't see Solo for Mania and we see him after. I don't know. On paper, yes, but me just looking too deep into it, I would say no.
Cena versus Cody.
Yes. That's face of the company versus face of the company. Old face of the company versus new face of the company. Yes, I would love to see that.
That's basically Cena versus Rock all over again.
Yeah.
Cena versus Logan.
Would I like to see it on an entertainment standpoint? Yes. Would I like to see that at WrestleMania? No. I want to see John Cena do something more meaningful. Whether it's fighting Gunther, whether it's fighting Cody Rhodes, whether it's fighting somebody else that the match is going to be meaningful. Him versus Logan is not meaningful.
Cena versus Gunther.
Yes. Yeah. That just tells me that Cena is going for a title. So you have him versus Cody or him versus Gunther. I'm all aboard.
Cena versus Randy.
Yes.
Cody versus Randy.
Yes.
Seth
That's
Rollins
the route that I wanted. That's the route that I originally wanted.
Oh, yeah. Seth Rollins versus CM Punk.
Yes.
Seth Rollins versus Gunther.
Yes.
Punk versus...
Well, would you rather see CM Punk versus Gunther, or would you rather see Seth Rollins versus Gunther at WrestleMania?
So you made a point earlier that we're starting to see Seth become a heel. Gunther's a heel, so we're going to get a heel versus a heel.
Well, but Gunther's kind of showing some face tendencies lately. I don't know if you noticed. Now, I'm not saying that they would turn him face. I don't know. I'm just saying though, yes, one would have to turn good. So I think I would rather see Punk versus Gunther than Seth versus Gunther. That's no disrespect. That's just I just want to see CM Punk versus him.
Okay, so the next one was CM Punk versus Gunther.
Yes.
KO versus Sammy.
Yeah, I feel like that's the route we're going.
I think so too. Jey Uso, Jacob Fatu.
Yeah. You know what I'm starting to lean towards more here recently? I'm starting to lean towards Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins maybe forming like a little faction there. And I could see them fighting the Usos and Sami Zayn at Mania, maybe 6-man tag match.
Yeah, because
But
you already
one could
had
argue
Seth do that.
they're just two biggest stars though, right? Like should they be in a tag match at WrestleMania?
Should The Rock and Roman been a tag match at WrestleMania 40? Shit, fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah, but that's not the same. Like Rock and Roman is different star level power. Like it's different. I don't know. I'm just saying. Like one could argue they deserve their own one-on-one matches. Is what I'm trying to say.
I get it. Jey Uso versus Solo Sikoa.
Yeah, I'd be intrigued.
Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan.
I mean, I'm already tired of it, but I just think, okay, well, if not Rhea, then who's Liv going to face? Who on the Raw roster would Liv face at WrestleMania other than Rhea Ripley?
Rhea versus Becky versus Liv. Triple threat match.
I would prefer that versus just Rhea and Liv.
Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte.
Yes, that one for sure I want to see.
Becky versus Liv.
I mean, we saw it when Liv got the title. I mean, I don't know if I want. I don't know if I'd want to see that at WrestleMania.
And Jade versus Bianca.
Yes, that one I do want to see. That one I'm still holding out hope for. And Jade's been teasing, bro. Jade's been posting on social media lately. I sent you that one where she was covered in blood. She's coming for blood. Like, I don't know. I don't know if she's coming after Naomi or I don't know if she's coming after Bianca. Who the fuck knows? But I would love to see that.
Yes,
I would
bro.
love to see it.
I would love to see that shit too. Gosh,
Yeah.
bro. I hope she goes. The Bianca thing, I think, is still going to happen. She's been on the shelf. She's going to stay on the shelf. She's going to come back at Rumble or something like that, and we're going to get Bianca versus Jade at Mania because they already tease it, bro.
You think she'll cost Bianca at the Rumble? Like she'll cost her spot?
Yeah, I didn't think about it till you said it right now, but yes, yes. She's going to do something, and she's like I said, she's going to hit that. It was you, bro.
That would be crazy. That'd be crazy. I don't know. I personally, I just think the payoff is bigger if you do it Bianca versus Naomi, because a lot of people still think it's Naomi. I just think the payoff is bigger if you do Bianca because then you have Bianca versus Jade at WrestleMania. If it's Naomi, then what route do you take? Do you do Jade versus Naomi at Wrestle? I don't know if that's a WrestleMania worthy match. I mean, no disrespect, but I don't know. But to me, that's not a WrestleMania match.
It's we've had matches that aren't WrestleMania worthy matches.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, and it's 2 nights now, so
yeah. That's all the list I had for the Mania matches. I could would we like to see, but with the rumors speculating, bro, about Rock versus Roman, with the rumors speculating about Cena versus Cody, Punk versus Rollins, Rollins versus Gunther, all those, every single time we see one of those, they all say main event. Main event. WrestleMania is 2 nights. Is this going to be the 3rd year in a row where the women will not main event a WrestleMania? They didn't do it at 38. They didn't do it at 39. They didn't do it last year. Will this be, I guess the 4th. Will this be the 4th one where they will not main event a WrestleMania?
Yes, it will be.
And
I mean, let me tell you that. Let me ask you this. And I mean no disrespect by this whatsoever.
Yeah.
Right. And we always give the women credit. Like the women wrestlers today, night and day difference. The women wrestlers that we had growing up cannot even compare to the women wrestlers that there are today.
Agree.
But let me ask you, and I would love to just ask everybody, right? Like, take all your freaking just emotion out of it. Is there any women's feud right now that is bigger than Rock versus Roman, or Cody versus John Cena, or what's another main event? CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. The matches that we assume could be main event WrestleMania matches. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. Like, I'm sorry, there is no women's feud right now, and there's no women's feud that I can envision leading up to WrestleMania that would be bigger than any of those matches. So should that be a main event of a night of WrestleMania? I don't think so.
No, but it depends on who you ask. It depends.
I know,
on
that's what I'm saying. I would love to ask more people, but they need to take emotion out of it as well.
It depends on who you ask. You're right. They need to take emotion out of it. But I could see the closest one and we already know. You already know what I'm gonna say. The closest one is the Liv and Rhea one. That's
No,
the one.
not even close. Not even
No,
close.
no. If there's tiers to this,
Yes.
obviously the men's stuff is on their own tier. The one right under, not even on the same level to where like you can kind of be, no, the next tier is that one for the women's division. That is the storyline that has been going on the longest. That's the storyline. That's the most personal up until this Jade one that's going to come up, but it's not going to be main event type, caliber. But that's the one that you could say if there had to be a women's main event, that would be the one. But it's not. It's not going to. It's not on the same level as the ones I just named. It's not on the
I
same
would
level as the
I,
same ones you just named.
I would argue that I would rather see Tiffany and Charlotte Flair as a main event match over Rhea and Liv. Just based off skill,
Skill
based off
wise,
mic
yes, but I
skills,
just
based off
think
mic skills. Like I've already seen Rhea and Liv multiple times. I don't that's not a WrestleMania worthy main event match for me.
okay. So as far as seeing it multiple times, yes, you got that point right there. Skill level wise, yes, just to actually see that one of like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're actually watching this right now. That hype is there for Tiffany and Charlotte, but I think it's because of the story and the personal rivalry they have between Liv versus Rhea. This is gonna go down like later down the line, bro, to when we ask who was Rhea and Liz, like who was Rhea's biggest rival. One could probably say Liv is up there, and when vice versa. One day they're gonna ask who's Liv's biggest rival. One's going to say Rhea. So like I
Yeah.
think for what they're doing right now, that's like a caliber that you could do it. The only thing that sucks is we've seen it multiple times. Yes, I like you 100% right. We've seen it. The Tiffany and Charlotte thing would be amazing because it's that oh my gosh, it's that new, new. Like,
Yeah.
holy shit, we're about to see this. Like right now, I'm excited. The other one, like the Liv versus Rhea, it's not as exciting, but the buildup is there. You know what I mean?
I mean, I understand what you're saying. The buildup was there for me like 3 or 4 months ago. Like I'm not invested in this whatsoever.
And
I,
this
I
has
just
nothing to do with me being big fans of both of them. This is just
I just
truly where the story is.
I'm not invested in the story whatsoever like that. It is not main event worthy match to me. Um, I don't even want to see them face each other at WrestleMania. But I also know that they're in a spot where it's like the Raw roster, the Raw women's division is not as stacked as the SmackDown. So it's like, who and hope maybe with the transfer window, maybe that'll change. But no, as of right now, dude, for anyone that can argue differently, I think if you take emotion out of it and quit, like, don't force a women's main event WrestleMania match. If you take emotion out of it, there is no women's rivalry right now that is main event worthy at WrestleMania. I don't care if it's women or men. If it's a main event worthy rivalry, give it to me. I don't care. But
No,
as of
yeah.
right now, there's no women rivalries that are on that level. I'm sorry, they're just not. So I don't think that they deserve to be main event, if that makes sense. I want the rivalry. If it's a main event worthy rivalry, then it deserves to be main event. I don't care if it's women or men.
No, yeah. I
But
mean,
yeah, I don't think it's close. I don't think I think you're going to go another WrestleMania without a women's main event.
yeah. I mean, for me, it's not one of those situations where like, gosh, damn it, bro, I'm pissed about this. No, it's not that. Everything you said is very valid. Everything you said is very valid. I mean, the way last year's WrestleMania went, you can't open WrestleMania. You can't have those matches especially the Cody versus Roman night 2. But the tag team, you're putting The Rock in the middle of Mania? Fuck out of here,
Yeah,
bro.
it
You're
just doesn't
not
work.
doing that.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I mean, you could argue that Rhea and Charlotte could have been main event. Yes.
okay, I was going to
But
bring that
the
up.
the build up was
That up
not main
too.
event worthy though.
Not, no, yeah,
The match
because we've
after you
seen it.
saw it, yes, is main. Then you look at that and you think that's a main event worthy match, but the buildup was not, and so that's you could argue that's why they weren't there. The
They just,
Usos, to me, the Usos deserved to be main event that night because they were having the historic tag team title run. The Bloodline story was arguably the hottest it's ever been, and so that deserved to be the main event. Now, after you see Rhea and Charlotte, after you see the match, then you're like, yeah, that's a main event worthy match, but the buildup wasn't.
yeah, I think the biggest thing that we got from there was obviously because, I mean, it is Charlotte and it is Rhea, two at the top on the women's division, but not just that, it's the rematch, the Mania rematch. They actually get to do this in front of a crowd this time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was I guess story behind it as well.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't see the women's main eventing, and there's got to be a few that warrants it. And right now there's not. So, I don't know, but I think it speaks to Charlotte's greatness as well that she can elevate these talents at WrestleMania like she can.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, we even saw her fight Ronda at our WrestleMania that we went to, and it wasn't bad because of Charlotte.
No.
But anything else?
No, nothing I have.
We got Raw coming up, like I said. So by the time this episode comes out, Raw will be that night. And then, dude, we're on the fucking countdown to. Well, I was just telling Teresa though that this month feels so long, bro. We're already in the first week of January, but we still have another 4 weeks till we go. Isn't that crazy?
So I
Like
was just talking. I was
it's
talking
this
to
month
Emily.
also.
I was talking to Emily today. We went to Roadhouse. Oh, delicious. We
Yeah,
went
we
to
went the other
Roadhouse.
day. We took Jaden.
And we were talking about it, and I was like, I've like this is crazy. Like this, it's really insane to talk about, bro. We've talked about Rumble, and now we're in the month of going to Royal Rumble. It's at the very end of the month, the fucking 31st, when we leave. But we're going to the Royal Rumble at the end of the month. Like that's crazy.
Yes, I know. It's insane. It's
Yeah.
insane. So next week we'll talk about obviously the fallout from Raw. Maybe we'll have some more insight to the road to WrestleMania, or at least till the Rumble. But yeah, man. I mean, we're in 2025, and if it's any better than 2024, then we're on the road to see epic things. Because 2024, you could argue from a financial, from a mainstream standpoint, that was the biggest year wrestling has ever had.
I want to say the same thing Drew McIntyre said on SmackDown, bro. WWE has never been hotter, bro. He said, whether you say the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era, he said, this is it. And I thought, oh, bro, say that again.
So, I mean, if 2025 is going to be anything like 2024 or bigger, like we are on the road to see epic things, dude.
Yeah. End it off after this one. Are you taking a belt to Rumble?
So
I told Emily I wanted to take my
too.
Taker one, and she said, you're not. And I was like, oh, am I not? She goes, no. She goes, you could take that one.
I don't think it's wise. I thought about it, and I thought, is it worth like the extra? Like we're bringing camera shit, we're bringing mics, we're bringing all this extra stuff. I don't know about you, but I just plan on bringing a backpack and a carry-on luggage.
I just always bring my duffel everywhere I go, so I was just gonna bring my my duffel bag, and that's it.
So I have a carry-on luggage. I bought a just like a small carry-on luggage, and then I was gonna bring a backpack because you can bring a backpack and then carry-on luggage. Do I want to carry a title in there? No. And then do I want to carry it around with me at the Rumble? No. So no, I'm not going to.
It's not really carrying it. You strapping that bitch on like it's a belt.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but like,
I know.
I don't know. No, I thought about it though. I did think about it
because I mean, I 100% no. I agree with everything you said as far as taking on the luggage, taking on the plane, like worrying about it. Yada yada. I get all that, and I thought about all that. Then I thought, God, bro, it's gonna be so cool. Like we finally get all these titles, and I'm going to an event, and I don't take my title. But at the same time, it's just like,
what's gonna happen is
carry it.
What's going to happen is we're going to get there and we're going to be jealous of all the people wearing their titles.
Yes, bro. We're going to get there.
Because I was like that at WrestleMania.
Malik's going to wear his title and be like, fuck.
At WrestleMania, I was jealous of everyone that had a championship.
Yeah.
But no, I don't. Because then I just think also, I just feel like it would be a nuisance kind of. Because then like I want to be up and cheering and shit. But then my title's going to be in the way. And then I can't just like let my mind be free if I just sit it down. Because someone could just grab it. So, no, I'm not going to bring it.
Okay.
Speaking of, though, before we end it, just end it off with this. 2026 Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. Fan or no? Are you a fan of that decision or no?
Whatever, I guess. I mean,
I'm not a fan of it personally.
Like, they got money to do it. Fuck it. They want it. It's going to happen. Like since we've gone international with a lot of these PLEs, all it tells me is, oh, bro, we're going to get a Mania over there sooner or later. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I already thought we're going to get a Mania over there. So as soon as I saw the Royal Rumble, I thought, of course. Of course.
I just don't like the vibe. Like, I think the vibe is fine over there, but I just think, bro, you have Crown Jewel and you have like, they did King and Queen of the Ring there. Like, you have those shows. Like, just leave it. Like, I don't know, but
They already
you're
did
right.
the
They have the
greatest.
money.
They already did the greatest Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble.
Like that's
Yeah.
and it didn't do anything.
Yeah. Someone said that CM Punk probably won't work it now because it's over there. I don't know. I guess that means like I don't know if that's like a women's rights issue or he just doesn't want to go international like that. I don't know what they mean there, but yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I just think the Royal Rumble I'm okay with it not being in the United States, but I think it should just be I don't know. The vibe and Saudi shows is different in my opinion. So I just don't want it to be there, but it is what it is. So
Yeah, I mean,
you're right. They have the money.
They could just go to Arlington. I mean, it'd be perfectly fine.
Yeah. Can you imagine, dude? What if they have another PLE in Dallas this year? We pulling up.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine we go to Rumble and then they have another one in Dallas this year, or even like Houston? I'm pulling up, bro.
Yeah.
But all right, anything else, dude?
That's it, brother.
Cool, man. We'll be back next week. Catch you guys next week.
All right, later, guys.